Before I go to Jonathan, and then we will close the panel because there's two more planets. Just to say that CLSQ is down series about quantum. We just announced that we are entering into a negotiation to acquire Kubli. And the reason we did it Kubli, we look everywhere actually, but Kubli has an interesting model of creating the qubits out of the semiconductor. And this is, there are also projection by the year 2032 to be able to have 10 million qubits at the semiconductor level, which goes in line with our strategy on post-quantum. So it's going to be a very transformative year for CLSQ. Jonathan runs CL Coin, so maybe because we have very short time, 3 minutes really on CL Coin and the machine-to-machine economy that we are building.
Yes, basically we heard a lot about how those machines are becoming very sophisticated, and on one way we need to make sure that we're going to be able to control them. On the other way, we're going to be the bottleneck of this machine economy. So we need an infrastructure where we can entrust those machines, whether physical or digital, to act on our behalf. We want to make sure that we can claim this ownership, okay, to the level of the silicon, to the level of the AI agent that we're going to deploy. That's one thing. The second point is that we hear about agentic and this autonomy that those machines will have. It won't happen in certain ways. For that to happen, we need to make sure that they can claim, they can authenticate themselves, which means that we deliver an identity to each of them. They need to be accountable for what they're going to be doing. So we need to be able to claim, again, the ownership of these machines to individuals or entities. And the last bit, which is not yet given, and this is what we're working on with Sealcoin and the issuance of a dedicated token for that, those machines need access to money. Because if you want a machine to be able to execute anything, they need to transact with one another, having access to money, and today they don't. And this is exactly why we crafted this platform, which is a decentralized environment. Some of you already mentioned the criticality of making sure that we have the right governance behind all those activities, and this is what blockchain can bring also to the mix, is making sure that we have an infrastructure which is decentralized, where we control who's doing what, and we can actually have accountability on those activities. And in a nutshell, this is what we're building. Think of it as those devices being your IoT device from every day, being your agent of tomorrow, but also being your solar panel, your electric vehicle, and your satellite. We already have integrated the silicon technology inside the satellite, which enabled the satellite to start not only communicating with remote device, but start selling satellite as a service using cryptocurrencies and cryptography to make sure that we can execute this transaction as a settlement layer on Earth with space. So this is how I think that's a very good example and very concrete example, how we make sure that we converge those technology all together, because AI won't happen without all the others technologies, and they all need to be able to mingle together, work together, and we need the right infrastructure with the right primitive on the back of it if we want to implement all our values within those machines.
And CL Coin token will be available soon.
Early March. We're actually finalizing everything now. We hope to be able to give you more concrete information in the coming weeks, but it's really happening now globally.
An initial offering of $400 million, the initial value?
And more.
And more. Okay. So that aggregates